Greetings from Farmer Bill. The funds are at Mays Valley Farm Market and Winery. And what are we looking at there? Oh my gosh! That's a thistle. We don't like thistles. Thistles are not our friends. Thistles are an enormous weed problem, especially they really like no-till. But this thistle isn't going to be with us much longer. When we do no-till, we come through first with a product called glyphosate. Store brand name is more familiar with. You've probably seen it as Roundup. It's a translocating herbicide that basically eliminates the transfer of amino acids within the plant, and the plant shuts down and starves. Now what you may see here is how this plant is dying. This plant's dying because it's yellow in the middle. That's the growing point. That's the part that comes up. This is the old stuff, so it really doesn't do much original to start out with, the old part of the plant. It's working on the places that's needing the most energy first and the most growth. So this area here is no longer alive, and it'll get around to it. It'll eventually shut down all the old feeder leaves here as well. But it's necessary for us to go along and kill all these weeds in the field to start with. Keeping the soil no-tilled or no-till on top tends to lessen the amount of other weed seeds that can germinate because we don't stir them up, we don't get them sunshine. This top layer of soil has been the same top layer of soil with the exception of where the planter goes through for many years now. So we do get a weed control problem. Usually it's along your seed zone there because that soil's been tilled. You can see the sunshine coming down on it, and whatever little weed seeds are there are getting a happy spot right there because they got shook around and a little bit of sun, they're getting the moisture, and that's going to be your concern problem. So we will come along with a post-emergence herbicide after this, which takes care of those little seeds and gets them so they prevents them from germinating, or just as they germinate, as they put their roots out, it shuts them down, and that's called a mode of action. You can see how strong a corn planter is though. We had a stick blow into the field, and this stick is pretty good size. It's a little rotted, but it's sliced right through. That's the power that planter has to pierce the soil. We also have some dandelions and some grasses out here and some things like that. It's really tough to kill a dandelion at this stage of the game because right now that dandelion plant is in what's called reproductive. What I mean by that is it's creating seeds, it's reproducing. So during that period of time, unless you have a really strong dose of herbicides, in this case Roundup, and good surfactants and other things that help it work, such as ammonium sulfate, the plant isn't taking in a lot of things right now through its leaves. Everything's going out, out, out. You can control it now, but it's not real easy. You want to get crops such as dandelions and things before they go into the reproductive stage. So for instance, if you have dandelions in your yard, the best time to spray for dandelions, strangely enough, is in October and November when they're storing energy for the winter. When you see the dandelions in the spring, it's pretty much too late. So if somebody's trying to sell you weed control when you have a bunch of yellow dandelions in your yard, I'm not saying it won't work. It just won't work as well as other times of the year. And you want to catch them before they go into reproductive. So as early as you can in the spring, when you just see them coming out of the ground, because they're still coming out, or in the fall after they've gone to seed. Don't try and kill a weed while it's in seed. It just isn't going to do as well. Well, that's a little bit about no-till planting. Glyphosate is a part of our no-till applications here in our corn maize production. Once again, Farmer Bill, the funds are, from Mays Valley Farm Market and Winery, saying thanks for stopping by.